Hey guys, it's Jake and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be making a Pokeball. This is a pretty simple design. It should be very easy to do, and this video is kind of, I guess you could call it a tutorial for any beginners that are just starting to use Maya and are just starting to learn. So these are going to cover some basic skills that you'll need to know if you want to pursue a career in Maya or you just want to do it as a hobby. So to get started, we're going to start off with a basic sphere, and all we're going to do, go to our channel box and we're going to rotate it 90 degrees in the X, and then all we're going to do is we're going to duplicate that and we're going to lift this one up. I'm not sure why it's not letting me do that. We're just going to lift this one up and over this one, and we want to make sure that this is 0 so that it's perfectly on top. And then all we're going to do for these is we're going to face the front. We're going to face the front on it. Front view. And all we want to do is we want to select all these top faces and we want to delete those. And then for this one, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to select all these bottom faces and we're going to delete those. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring these close down together. I'm not sure why it's not letting me go straight up with it, but we're just going to do that right there. And all we're going to do is we're going to combine these. So we go to our modeling toolkit, we're going to press combine so that this makes one shape, and then all we're going to do is we're going to select these edges and we're going to bridge. And what the bridge does is it makes a little line that we use to, I guess you could say, just connect the two. And so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this edge and we're going to scale this down, and you'll see why in a minute. And then we're going to scale this one down, and we're going to go back to perspective view. Now we want this to still look how it's supposed to, so we're just going to move these out a little bit. And there we go. And so now what we're going to do is we are going to select, we actually need to scale these down a little bit more, and you'll see why in a second, because we are going to take these faces Sorry about that, guys. I had to fix some settings, but back to what we were doing. The first thing we need to do is we actually need to select these edges right here and here, and we're going to use the scale tool. And when we scale this down, that's actually going to straighten out all of the edges all the way around, and that is exactly what we want. And we're going to do the same thing down here, and so now we have a perfectly straight edge all the way around. And now what we're going to do is we're going to select the faces that go all the way around here, and we're also going to select the faces that go all the way across here, except these two. We don't want these two. I selected the wrong ring. This ring needs to be selected, and then select those. Gosh. And then deselect all of these. And then all we're going to do is we are going to extrude just a little bit. And then we're going to select these faces right here. And we're going to extrude these just a little bit. And now before we do anything else, because this is a very sharp shape and we want it to be smooth, We want this to be a smooth shape, but this is what it looks like smooth. It doesn't really look as, it needs to be sharp, but it also needs to be smooth, like around like the faces. The faces need to be smooth, but the edges need to be sharp. And so before we do any of that, all we're going to do is we are going to color first. The reason we are going to color first is because if we add edge loops now and we make everything look sharp, it's going to make a whole lot more faces, and then it's going to be harder to select the faces that we want to color. So we're going to select the faces first. We're going to select all these. Actually, we're going to do it this way. So we're going to look at the front. We're going to select the faces, and we know that we want this on top to be red, and we will adjust the faces in a second, guys. So we want to assign a new material, and you can either use a blend or a lambert. A lambert is not as shiny, but we want to use a blend because a blend is much shinier. So we're going to open that up, go to material attributes, go to the color, and we want to make that bright red. And hit done, and then on the bottom we want to make all of this white. So we create a blend, go to the color, make it white, and then for all of these faces right here, we want to make all of these faces, we're going to make these a lambert instead because these are not going to be shiny. And done. And now we also need to make these edges, assign existing material, make this lambert, and then we want to make this all of this, we want this whole thing to be white as well. So this is going to be blend 2. And so there's that, and now all we have left to do, oh, sorry guys, we almost forgot one spot. And blend 2. Nope. There we go. So now that we have all that, now all we have to do now is make more edge loops to make it sharper. So we're going to go to the modeling toolkit, we're going to press multi-cut, and we're going to add all these edges in here. And what this is going to do is this is going to sharpen it up, sharpen up everything. We do the same thing on the other side. We do the same thing here, here, here. And then we're going to see how that looks. And there we go. Now we have a Pokeball. The only issue now is that this is making extra faces and it did not color it like I wanted it to. Actually, yes it did. Okay, so, well, no it didn't. Okay. So we gotta select these faces, guys. And that's the tedious part about coloring with a whole lot of edge loops, is that sometimes you're going to have edges that don't color, or faces that don't color the way you want them to. And we just add those. Add those. We do the same thing here. and blend 1. And there's that. Now it should be completely done. Yeah. So there's the finished Pokeball, guys. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, share this with your friends, and don't hesitate to leave a recommendation down in the comments, and let me know if you think I should make the other kinds of Pokeballs, like the Great Ball, the Net Ball, like all of that. Let me know if you think I should make those next. Or let me know if there's something completely different y'all want me to make. I always look at my comments and I always try to respond when I can. So, but other than that, I hope you guys liked this video and I hope to see you in the next one.